Hi you guys, how y'all doing? I'm Mariah, and a little something about me. I've been modeling about 3, almost 4 years, and I find a lot of joy in it. I know that a lot of what I know was from personal experiences. A lot of girls can get taken advantage of. They might be great, but they might lose interest because they don't know where to start, what to do, all these great things. So for the past year, this is my first YouTube video. I'm quite nervous, if you can't already tell. So we're gonna see how I do. Let's just see. Over the course of about 2-3 years, I've watched a ton of how to model videos. I've done a lot of research. The majority of these videos, a lot of what they have to say, I just feel like it's very condescending and negative. You know, steer people in different directions, as in if you're not tall, you're not skinny, then you can't make it. And I don't believe that's true. I feel like if you're disabled, if you have a skin disorder, if you are blind, if you are a male, if you are gay, straight, if your hair is 5 different colors, like, it's not about what is accepted out here. And I want to create some dope ass models, and not models that look like me, but models that look like everything else, you know? I want to teach you how to be the most confident you, not the most confident me. People forget that modeling is an art. It's not, you know, taking pictures. It's not that. It's when I look at this sculpture, when I look at this, do I interpret a deeper meaning within myself? And you can do that and be the person who creates it. If every magazine looks like the same person, I just don't consider that art. I feel like I want to see somebody who doesn't look like me, or somebody who looks just like me. And I think that's where we're on the track to, but I feel like people like me kind of need to give people words of wisdom to build their confidence in actually going out there and doing these things, you know? So I'm going to teach everybody how to sell their own beauty, regardless of what kind of beauty that is, regardless if you know, just want to figure out what that is, or if you already know what that is and you just want to enhance it, you know, kind of thing. So, number 1, get to know yourself, period. Modeling is just learning yourself, learning your body, learning your angles, learning your poses, learning what works for you. Not, oh, this is what's hot and I need to figure out how to be that. It's learning how to make you hot, you know? How can Mariah be the hottest me, you know? When you get to photo shoots, or when you finally start shooting or whatnot, you know, a photographer can tell you what looks good, but he can't direct you the entire shoot. You have to come with a piece of the puzzle. If he's directing you and tell you every angle to pose, then you might as well be shooting him. The way I practice knowing my angles, my face and things is you want to go in the restroom or wherever you have a mirror, really nice mirrors, really good lighting, and you want to angle your face, you know? You want to see your best angles. And from wherever that mirror is, you want to just, you know, you just want to, and then when you find that angle, when you find a cute angle, close your eyes. You want to just kind of feel how far your chin is from your chest, and you want to feel how far this point right here is from your shoulder, and you want to feel how your head is slanted. You want to feel all of those things, and then you want to do it again, and then close your eyes. You're like, that's my angle, you know? So whenever you're anywhere else, you put the camera wherever that mirror is, right? And if the camera is down here, you can easily look at the camera, say my chin was here for my chest, this was here for my shoulder, that's my angle. You got me? You even want to be familiar with your bad angles, you know, because then you kind of know what to work on. You want to practice in the mirror a couple times. You want to get maybe like your favorite 3, 4, 5 angles. You want to do both sides, you know, and then you want to close your eyes and you want to just find where those measure out with your body. So that way you're familiar and you have like a muscle memory of your favorite angles and your best angles. And your favorite, not everybody else's favorite, your favorite angles are what's going to make you confident in your photo shoots and is what's going to eventually, you know, get you some really good pics. So every day when you get home from school or work or wherever you spend your day, go to the restroom and practice for a few minutes, you know, and want to move your head and your eyebrows. And I think it's best to like keep a subtle look, you know, and then try your angles. But it's also nice to practice on moving your eyebrows, you know, looking up, looking down. My secret is I am very cockeyed and you would not know. Why? Because I practice and I know my angles a little bit and I know how to, like, you know, finesse. Make yourself laugh because it loosens you up. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. And when you feel good, it's easier to have a great photo shoot. There are endless opportunities out here for you. Knowing yourself means that you're not going out there insecure and feeling like you have to do any and everything to get a opportunity. There'll be plenty of people who say,
oh, if you're not here, or if you don't do this, or if you don't work with this person, or if you don't take off that,
you won't make it. I think that the best models have standards, and I feel like the best clients want models with those kind of standards. Your size, your height, all those things are things you can't control. Your image and what you say and what you do and what you accept is what you control. If your objective in this is to eventually be getting paid for some things, you have to watch your image. You want to do things that promote progress and promote like the longevity of things, you know? You want to leave an outstanding impression where when those people come up, because these other artists are working on their own art, and sometimes these same artists are the same people who actually make it up out of there. And if you leave that outstanding impression, you're always somebody that humble people will want to look out for later on in life. And it's just nice to know that you leave that type of impression with people. It makes you eager to shoot again, you know, kind of thing. And be respectful to yourself, you know. I always say before you have your first shoot, get a list and write down what you're willing and not willing to do. Because when you get to these places, there are people who are a lot more experienced than you and will talk you into things. And it might sound nice because they're gonna sound like very trusting people, but you need to have that one-on-one with yourself, that I'm better than certain things type shit. You set the standard. Look at it as going to work. You know, in your head, in your mind, and your soul, and your body, it's your art, right? But there are people who will see like eager people, and that's a target. You know, you need to come in there like, I got my head on straight, I got my A game, I'm not like, we cool, but it's not that you don't want to make friends. It's just these type of industries are very small and you just want to leave little room for confrontation. You know, you don't know who people are. I feel like the people who you should be more conscious in communicating with are the people who are there to help you, are the people who are dedicated to help you. These models out here, they're only thinking about themselves. So you need to think about yourself, because ain't nobody thinking about you but you. You get what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, mingle and, you know, be associated with people, but let your interactions with other models be outside of work. Like, be yourself. You know, if you're this outgoing person, be that. You know, nobody can take that away from you, and that's what makes you shine. But if you're not this very loud, outgoing person, you more are outgoing in your heart, or maybe you're both, or maybe you're stuck between trying to figure it out. Be yourself, be humble, right? But when it's time to be fierce, yes, be yourself, be humble, be calculated. No, tunnel vision. You don't need to be worried about nobody else. Ain't nobody else beating you, especially if they in the same room as you. Alright? They are not, they might look, they might, but they're not. Do you get me? Like, you wanna start off by accenting your face with your hands. So you wanna give yourself a little, you wanna give yourself some of those, and then you wanna go to your shoulders, and then you wanna go to your chest, and then you wanna go to here, and you wanna just bulk it out. That's pretty, but your hands add somewhat of a dynamic, and if you angle your hands just decent, just delicately, just very softly and very silhouette you could be crooked. Your body could be crooked, and it could be one of the baddest photos you've ever seen, ever, if your hands is right. But if you have the baddest arch and the bestest, and your hands look like a reptar, if you look like that, it can just throw the whole camera away. Just throw it all away. So once you work on your face, just give yourself a little so I know you can't quite see all of me right now, but I'm just gonna talk you through. So once you kind of gotten some real good hand around your face and things, you want to just kind of work on your shoulders. You want to work on the things that accent the angles in your face and kind of give your body its own flow. So once you get your hands down, then that's when you want to just work on your shoulders. You want to just angles. When you get in the actual mirror, you'll know exactly what I'm saying, and you'll let it flow. Listen to some great music, whatever your favorite great music is, and just let it flow through you. The camera might take a shot, but you don't move like this. It's not that. You move like this, and 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 you move like that, and you move like that. You wanna have that type of motion. If you ever seen a video of a photo shoot, the model isn't, maybe, but that might be some more catalog kind of things. But also those models are very practiced, so they can instantly hit a pose, and that's their angle because of their practice. They practice a lot. But if you want to be a little bit more comfortable with your poses, I would say let your favorite pose flow into your other favorite pose, because in between there's a whole variety of looks. And once you constantly keep doing that, you'll find something that works better and better each time. When you learn how to use your hands, your photos become more fluid, have more of an aesthetic to it that give it that wow factor. And also, when you learn your hands real good, you're a little self-conscious about certain things. Like if you had a big old bump right there, you could just, and nobody would ever nobody know the bump there but you. So these and that, but I only recommend it if it's in the perimeter of your face, around the edges. But if you got a big old dot right there, just put a little concealer and let the photographer know, even though it clearly sees it. Just tell them hey, you got me right there, can you edit that for me? And you can just treat it like it's not even there. Just just let it be. Just let it be. And you know, the editing will clear all of that up. Don't get into no habit of covering up your face. Like, don't get into that habit unless you want that to be a style for a certain picture, you know, or certain theme. Let that be that, but like, don't get into no habit of covering up your face, because the things that you are a little self-conscious about, people don't notice, and you know, some people find pretty attractive. It's easy to slap on some makeup or you know, wigs, weaves, all those things. It's just very important to take care of your natural self. Even if your hair is shorter, it doesn't matter. Like, there are specifically people looking for models with 4C froze and, you know, natural curls and natural colors and natural, and it's just important. Like, yeah, if you're gonna put that stuff on, it's nice and stuff, but make sure you're taking care of yourself underneath all of that, you know, and you want to be confident enough to shoot in underneath all of that, because when you put all that on, you are 10 times better. But when putting that on makes you're only that. So work on taking care of you first. When you start off shooting, you know, maybe a couple times a week, go somewhere. Go to where you like a nice brick building, maybe a nice little something you might have rode past that you like to look at. Anything that catches your eye. Go to the backyard. Go to where your favorite scenery, you know, some nice flowers, nice trees, nice lighting, you know, a sunset. Go to where you feel like the atmosphere is your type of vibe, right? And use a phone. Pictures are kind of like a hard copy of your progress. So if you go one time, 1 week, and you work on it, you go back home, look at it, practice, see, oh, I didn't like that too much, let me work on that. Get back in that mirror, find your angle, close your eyes, okay, that's there, all right, and then work on it again. Go again, do it again. And then you can look at the beginning photos and you look at the end photos and see, oh, I see where I progressed, and I see where I still need work on. I can see where I need to focus on. Upload them, and that can be like your starting point of your modeling career, is your selfies. And they don't need to be professional. You know, Instagram is not professional whatsoever, but I also think it's a nice platform to put your things before you get to, if this is something that you want to do, or if this is just something you want to play around with. And starting off, you just want to be as natural as possible, because higher up you go, the more costumes you're going to get put in. So, you know, it's just nice to know who you are underneath everything. So I got my little doodad guy right here, and so this kind of just tells you like what parts of your body to like work on, if you know. So you clearly want to start with your face or whatnot, and like, you know, and all these little circle points are points that y'all can even screenshot this. So all these little circle points are points that you wanna accent, like your eyes, you know, the angle of your nose can go from small to huge. So you want to work on those type of angles. You want to work on like how your lips look, you know, if your lips look better up a little bit, or if they look down. It's all up to you. Ears can also add some grace to a photo. So, you know, even use your ears as a weapon. And every little part of your body that seems weird has beauty to it, and can add some aesthetics to a picture. So just kind of, you know, I don't know. Oh, okay. And so you want to work on your neck, you know. You don't want to take pictures like this. That is not it. You want to elongate your neck. So it gives it that, you can see your chin like that. And it gives you that sharpness to your face. So elongate your neck. Longer. And it also can be the factor that makes you look short, that'll make you look. I recommend starting off with like selfies and things, because nothing sucks more than getting to a photo shoot and being like completely nervous. It's just better to walk in there like, what's up, G? I'm ready. It's better to have that confidence, because you're confident in your pictures makes great pictures. Even if your work is the best, you don't want to look at it that way. You want to look at it like, that is terrific, but it could be better. It could be better, it could be better, it could be the best. And thinking like that will progress you. When you think that your work is the best right here, how do you think that you're gonna get up here? How do you think you're gonna get up here? So it's just like, know where you at. Know that you can work to get better. Don't put yourself down because you're down there. Don't put yourself down because they up there. Put yourself right here and know that you can put yourself up here. You know, kind of thing. Know there's always room for progress. No matter what. No matter what. Also, if you are fortunate enough to be like pretty or something, that does not make you a model. That doesn't even make you talented. It just makes you pretty. You being pretty is not gonna make you paid. You know, you gotta come with a little bit more than that. Actually, a lot. Like that can be a quality, but let that be a quality. Don't let that just be who you are. Yeah, it's great and all, but like, there's a more dedicated, less attractive, more passionate girl who will stomp, not just walk. She will stomp on you because she has a lot more holding her back. Don't think about being pretty, because those are the type of things that make you comfortable, and those are the type of things that make you feel like, I don't need to practice, I don't need to do that, no, because you are not no better than nobody out here, okay? And you need to look at it like that, because looking at it like that will make you work harder, will make you stand out, okay? Because being pretty, everybody's fucking pretty. What is new? What is it? Also, this is the magical lip gloss by Miss Collie-Bug, aka the baddest bee in the city, and this is her lip gloss, and it is bomb, and it smells like it's very fierce. Anyway, back to business. A way to think of some bigger picture ideas of who you are and what you want to bring to the table. What do you want to do for people like you? When it comes to being a model, any of your pictures that people see, they see you. So when they see you in public, they already know who you are. And it's nice to be a person who benefits the world. So outside of taking pictures, what is it in life that you want to make known, progress, change, direct, guide? What are those type of things? It's nice to have those things as part of your modeling hustle. You know, do you want to open a clothing store? Do you want to start something for all African American women? Do you want to, you know, start an event in your town? Do you want to start a donation? I would say look deeper into things like that, because those things also will carry you. You know, you can only be the prettiest and you can only be the best you can be. But when you have a thought that's deeper than that, that's pushing your drive and pushing your actions, that's where you find legendary. And it's just nice to find the legendary within yourself, you know? So find that and find a way to incorporate that with your modeling, because everybody's out here taking nice pictures. You know, do you want to save the whales? Like, do you want to do something great? Incorporate that. All of these are valid options, but don't do it because I said so, and don't do it because you think it'll make you seen. Do it because it's something that you're going to enjoy, because starting organizations and starting things like that, it costs and it's a lot of work. So it's just like, do something that you're at the end of the day going to love, regardless of how famous it gets. Love it because it's your baby and your project, just like modeling is. Love it because that's part of you. Do what you love, and in doing that, you will encourage other people. And in doing that, you will bring guidance to the world that help and benefit. So, we get into a number. I don't know what number I'm on because there's like number 1 with part A, B, C, and then part 2 with A, B. It's difficult. So we just gonna go to number next. Game plan. You need a game plan. You can take pictures all day. You can do all these things all day. You can shop for clothes and all these things all day. But you have to have a game plan. I recommend writing down a few options of what else you want to do with your modeling. Like I want to do my YouTube channel. I want to be able to teach people how to do the things I do.